So lots of researchers have been thinking for a long time about what helps a board be effective, what makes it work well, and what problems an ineffective board might have, and how we could remedy those problems. One of the questions is, how does a firm find the best directors? How do the shareholders nominate the right people and vote for the right people who are going to provide the most effective oversight, but also the best advice? So we thought to ask the question not who's a good director and who's a bad director, but rather for a given person who we think is probably really effective and really valuable, what are the times that that person can be the most effective in their board service, and what happens when competing demands on their time make it harder for them to be as effective? We focused on independent executives because they are really, really important. We think they have deep networks, and there's lots of prior literature showing that executives can make very valuable independent directors. On the flip side, we recognize that the folks who are most effective as directors, who have the deepest networks, who might be able to provide the best expertise, the best advice, the best oversight, are also folks whose time is really valuable and have a lot of competing demands. It wasn't surprising to us that somebody who's got a high-profile, high-demand job as an executive, and then also takes on this outside commitment to serve on a board of directors, might do a less effective job at the latter when their main job demands more time. Really, companies suffer a lot when their directors are distracted. We expected that we would find something, but the effects are large. If you want to know how good your quarterback is, one thing you can do is look at how many games your team loses when that quarterback is injured and out. We have sort of a similar way of thinking about assessing the value of independent executive directors, which is we try to understand the bad things that happen to a firm when those independent executives don't have time to spend on board service. That does tell us something about how nervous we should be about distraction, but on the flip side, it also tells us how important and valuable those directors are when they are devoting their full attention to board service.